The worst thing I did in 2020, guys, all year. Actually, it was probably one of the worst things to happen all year. You know, obviously millions of whatever people died. Ugh, who cares? I don't have time to care about everything. But guys, this happened to me. So point is, I burnt my cock. And that was a bad thing that happened last year. I'll set the scene. It was at the Loogies, the Luke and Lewis Awards show. Gets to the end of the show. Lewis tries this hot chip. And I've had it 3 weeks before this happened. This was like just before Christmas. And I already had this hot chip. It's the hottest. It's called the world's hottest chip. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but it's definitely the hottest thing I've ever put in my mouth. Like, we're talking drooling, painful. It's awful. And then kind of just because we were in front of a bunch of people and it was a bit of fun, I had another chip. Biggest regret ever. Almost threw up, was choking, couldn't breathe, ran off stage. It was the end of the show. David from the Discord, legend, handed me milk.
Your chest is going to burn.
I don't even like milk. I'm not a milk guy on its own. But I was chugging that milk like no tomorrow. I threw up on a skip. Not in a skip, on a skip, which is pretty disrespectful, with the lid closed. Then, as the spice was kind of dying down 5 to 10 minutes later in me gob, I touched me knob. And oh boy. So I went to pee. I wasn't just jacking off. I went to pee, and then with the hand that it clearly had leftover hot corn chip dust on it, kind of like how you get Dorito dust on your fingies after you eat them, I hadn't washed my hands because I was choking and dying. I then quickly rushed to pee before the meet and greet. Obviously, washed my hands after I peed, but the damage had already been done. I'd already pinched me dick with literally my same pissing hand is also my same chip dipping hand. And I went out to the meet and greet, and the next 20 minutes were just mentally some of the hardest, like one of the hardest things I've ever had to endure in my life.
My dick is sweating.
You know, it was having like a dick aneurysm. I don't know what was happening, but the only people who knew was Lewis and Reese.
He keeps saying how much his cock is hurting. It's very funny. We can't tell him though.
Because I couldn't really tell people that were meeting. And if you met me after that show and I felt a little flustered, it's because I had an inferno in my pants. And I do apologize, but god damn, I had one spicy sausage.
I should pour this milk down my pants. It makes it better. It's so much worse than my mouth.
Holy shit. I've put deep heat on my nuts before and dick as a joke in year 10. I'm not proud of it. I think I might have even discussed this before on the podcast. Definitely not one of my proudest acts at all. And that was painful. Deep heat on your testicles. Don't do it. Wouldn't recommend to a friend. This was worse. Because this had like, deep heat is kind of like it's not spice. It's not chili. It's, I don't know what it is, but it's hot. It has like a cool burn to it. This has a hot burn to it because it's chili. And chili's really not even supposed to go in your mouth, let alone in your cock. It felt like it was in there, and I'm sorry to be graphic, but holy dooly, my cock was drooling.
Somewhere